It's now time for the big story. And you would have heard bits and pieces earlier if you were listening, where we gave you snippets of speeches made by Peter Bunting of the opposition, PNP, and also from Minister Darrell Vaz of the ruling Jamaica Labour Party. Well, Transport Minister Darrell Vaz and the opposition People's National Party, the PNP, are at odds over the implementation of the planned rural school bus system in Jamaica. Minister Vaz claims the system will benefit all Jamaicans, while the PNP criticizes the use of allegedly old and what they call unsuitable buses being put into the system. My very special guest at this time is the president of the National Parent Teachers Association of Jamaica, the NPTAJ, Mr. Stewart Jacobs. And we say good morning to you, Mr. Jacobs. Welcome. How are you doing today?
Good morning to your listeners.
All right. We have had you on the program several times before. We always look forward to an opportunity to have a conversation with you.
Thank you.
Are you surprised that this planned rural bus system implementation is causing this kind of furore in our country?
First of all, I'm very disappointed. The embryonic stage of this was with the NPTAJ, with my signature affixed to the two press releases in 2023 and 2024 school year. We asked for several things, and the second thing on the list was to have a dedicated and a deliberate bus service for urban and rural school children to and from school, because a well-organized bus system becomes an extension of the home, and it's also an extension of the school. We were very delighted, in fact happy, dancing when we saw that it was rolled out in Portland a couple of months ago, and then when the promise came, we were told that it was coming in September. As a matter of fact, when we did our first press release, we didn't get a response at all, and we demanded to hear from the Prime Minister at the time about it, and eventually Portland happened. So we were one of those who advocated for it and we pressed for it. I'm very disappointed that it is causing such a furor in the political space, because our children's safety, our children's comfort should not be something that is used on a political platform at any time at all. The proposal of the government at this time with the new system, bless you, in September, is going to be one that it caters for the safety of our children. The fact that a warden is going to be on the bus, is going to have cameras. There's also going to be a speed limit governor in the bus itself. It can't go so fast. It is going to be timely, and we have observed what has happened in Portland recently, and I've gone there to physically observe it, and it was amazing to see children queue up, go into the bus, and reach into school on time. When you speak to the principals out there and the teachers out there, they have seen an uptick in attendance. They have seen an vast improvement in the attendance, in the punctuality. It therefore means that when these 110 buses come out and they're rolled out through the country, you're going to have a greater portion of our children reaching to school on time. They're not haggard by the current public transport system that our children are exposed to. And so I'm just appealing to the politicians. Go about being politicians. Go about your election campaigning. But for God's sake, do not take something that is very serious to the people of Jamaica and make it something to overdo on a political platform. Then when September comes, there's over tweaking and it doesn't happen. We have to ensure that our children come first. They are our future and they are our children first and foremost.
All right, so Mr. Jacobs, obviously, we definitely take your point that there is the need, an urgent need really for a rural school bus system, and one really that encapsulates the entire island of Jamaica. You would have seen the bus or buses that were rolled out in Portland. But no doubt you have also heard some of the concerns of the People's National Party. I heard comments like the buses are old, might have difficulty navigating based on the shape of the buses, some of the corners and so on, whether or not the engine has the capability to manage hilly terrain and so on. Are any of those concerns that you share yourself at the NFPAJ?
No, as far as we're concerned, we have both political parties that have made government in this country have proven to us to be responsible, and so we think that the process of choosing these buses and to take them to Jamaica for our children must have gone through rigorous checks and balances that will make them, one, roadworthy, second, comfortable and safe for our children. Because age is relative. We have taxis that are being proposed on the road that are not roadworthy. The drivers are splitting them out, the shirt open, the lewd music, the adult language that is discussed amongst our children. That is what we are moving away from. That is what we are fleeing from. We are fleeing from that. And so for us to look at, yes, it is very important, and I would be very disappointed if the buses that come in are not suitable for our children. We're very disappointed. But as it is now, and the fact that they have said that they're okay, and what I have observed in Portland, those buses are okay. If they have a carbon copy of what, the prototype of what is to come, then I'm fine with that. We're fine with that. So let's move away from, let's make it happen now.
Okay.
That's what I'm asking for.
Yes, we're hearing you loud and clear. The minister did say that a team from the JUTC actually went overseas and did their own inspections and checks and so on, and that they gave this the green light. Now, in situations like this, is the NPTAJ consulted? Were you consulted by the Ministry of Transport in terms of adding your voice to whether design or implementation of the proposed system?
We were not. We were not. We were not, and it's a pity because it would have been it was a pity, but we're not technocrats now. But we could have been a part of the process, and I do hope that the next set of buses coming in, if these aren't really favorable, that the next set of buses coming in, that we will be asked to sit at the table to inspect one or two of the buses to come in before they actually come here. So that would have been a good step by the government, if they, at the beginning, but the embryonic stage, it would have been a good move. Yes.
Okay. Now, we're obviously aware of the fact that general elections are just around the corner, and so the People's National Party is putting forward an alternative in terms of how they, should they become government, would wish to see this rural school bus system operate. Did you get a chance to analyze their proposals? I think it has a lot to do with using taxi operators to fill the void in some of the rural parishes and so on, which has in itself been getting some degree of backlash. But did you get a chance to review their proposal, and do you have any comment whatsoever on what they proposed?
Yes, I've read it in detail, and it has some merit to some degree, because there are areas such as places like Prospect up in the hills of St. Thomas and so on, and you're looking at Windsor Forest up in the Portland area there.
Yes.
Those are places that it will be very difficult for even a regular market truck to go up there. So you're going to need smaller units to take the children down, and therefore the process has to be that a proper scrutiny of these smaller units to take our children to and from school, possibly spearheaded by the regional officer of the Ministry of Education, along with the JTC and the government and the principal of that school, to organize a selected set of smaller units to take the children to the main area and the main road there, where they would then take the new units into the town or into the district where they're coming from. So that's fine, or to the school and back. So, but it is an idea that can be looked at, but right now, what I think, what is in front of us that is clear and present, workable, is the new buses coming down, because we have seen it work in Portland. And so our experience is just that. And looking at the queuing at the bus parks throughout the country, the bus depot throughout the country, the taxi depot throughout the country, when one big unit come, what we witnessed was an almost clearing of children from that area where adults are and all kind of behavior. So when the buses came and they were able to put 30 kids on it one time and go, it was a beautiful sight to see our children on a bus, safely gone with a warden on board, and it's a tracking device. You don't want nothing more than that.
I hear you loud and clear.
I hope that they retrofit the taxis that is being proposed. That the same principles apply with the cameras over the driver, with at least an adult seeing them off, and also ensure that it has a tracking device and put a speed governor on it, because the way in which these taxis drive is unbelievable with children in it, and that there be a minimum amount of children to hold in these smaller units.
Yes.
They are not packed up like sardines in a can.
And on that note, I wanted to ask as well, did they allow in those buses, the one you saw over there in Portland, were students allowed to stand in the passage, or they?
I did observe that, yes.
Okay, all right. So they have students seated as well as a few standing as well.
Yes, I did observe that. Yes.
All right. Well, listen, you have said a lot this morning. You have given us your honest opinion, a very balanced approach as well. And we, like you, will be watching to see how this develops. What's your parting shot this morning, Mr. Jacobs?
Politicians, take our children's safety off the political platform, please. Both sides. Stop it. Be responsible. Take your politics away from our students. Win your election or you want to win it. Lose your election or you want to win it. Take our children off the political platform when it comes to our children's safety, please. I beg you.
All right. Stewart Jacobs, President of the National Parent Teachers Association of Jamaica. Thanks for your time and your thoughts. Have a good day.
All
right. All the best to you. Thank you.